Look, I know this match very well, having competed in it. This is Tommy Kartel, Andy Roberts. Tension's been boiling over for a while. First time ever, one-on-one.
There he is, the face of Scottish wrestling versus the most annoying face in Scottish wrestling.
But who's who? Look, I've said it before, Andy Roberts is all ego. He's got these people fooled, he's got these people deceived. Look, I don't doubt Andy Roberts' credentials as a wrestler, as a talent. It's never been about that with me and Andy. It's been about Andy Roberts has been holding me back. I'm not on the posters. Look, I'm not in the main event. And ultimately, that boils down to Andy Roberts. Andy Roberts, he wrestles well, but he puts the shows together. He makes the matches. And he has not put Tommy Kartel in that main event, competing for championships. And look, this is why we're having this match, because I want to say to him, I am not some young boy. I am not some green trainee. I am an accomplished competitor in my own right, and I'm going to take it out on your big arse.
I mean, there's some of that I agree with, but there's a lot of projection there as well for me. Look at that. Consummate family man, consummate professional.
Look, that's Andy Roberts' young son there, Jacob. Also in Andy Roberts' training school, clearly the passion for wrestling, it's throughout the family. I'm sure Andy Roberts would love to see his youngest son in the ring someday as well. But look, as much passion as this man has for wrestling, I have to question, does he have Power Pro's best interests at heart? If he did, he would be showing Tommy Kartel more respect.
Let's see if he's about to earn it.
Look, and I know there's a lot of people in Scotland who'll be intimidated.
Cameraman showing off his aerobic capacity there.
Intimidated wrestling Andy Roberts. I was not. I know this man. I've known this man for 5 years. Is that a face of intimidation? And look, there he is, right in front of Andy Roberts' young son. He's trying not to look, but he's impressed by the general physique of Tommy Kartel.
You're looking diced coming into this one. You've known about it for weeks.
Pec feeling pretty tight there. And that's what
a 72-hour intermittent fast before the match.
I'm pretty prepared for this match. Look, Andy Roberts doesn't take me seriously. Andy Roberts thinks I'm a joke. Andy Roberts still sees me as a rookie. Andy Roberts, 19 years of experience. I'm trying to press his buttons. I'm trying to say, you look at me in the eye. You look at me in the eye like you look at Niwa, like you look at Wild Boar, like you look at James Mason. You treat me with the respect you treat them with. Because I'm every bit as good a heavyweight wrestler as they are.
Respect is earned.
I'm trying to do
to be fair, you just earned a little bit there from one solitary.
Try to do a wee bit of fan interaction there. The locals will even clearly don't understand the rules of rock, paper, scissors, Neanderthal beings.
It never made its way over to the east coast of Fife.
And this is like my face is twisted here because I can't wrap my head around this. Why this crowd will not show me respect?
Tommy sucks chance to start off here.
My name is Tommy Kartel, and I'll forever be hard.
And reminding the crowd there, look, I
mean
mean
self-assurance as much as for the crowd there.
Funny, big man. You find that funny, did you? Something funny about me being hard. If I have to come in there, you're not going to be laughing when I get right up in your face.
And so I'm just telling these fans, look, you keep chucking these insults at me, I'll shut you up.
My name is Tommy Kartel, and I am the Heartbreaker of Power Pro. Now, I'm not the kind of guy to come out here and not.
It's true, it's damn true.
When I've got something to say, I'll say it right to your face.
You've proven it time and time again.
They boot me, but you are the bad guy. You are the problem with Power Pro.
Disbelief in Andy Roberts.
You are the reason that I'm stuck on the far right of that poster when it comes back on the screen. I'm not even on the training poster. You are front and centre. You're always front and centre.
And the crowd think rightly so.
This right here is a main event anywhere in Scotland. But I don't want to give you the satisfaction of being the main event, because that's what you live for, Andy. These people are here for one thing, and that's Tommy Kartel.
Oh, a little bit of applause in the background there. Someone's made the pilgrimage out for you.
At Rise of Power, it's going to be the fall of Andy
Look, and I
Roberts.
could not have said that better myself, given a couple of months of hindsight. You know, we're calling this action in my home office right now. It's an office filled with posters of Power Pro events, and one common factor you will see: Andy Roberts is front and centre of every poster. And it's not so much that I have a problem with that. Andy Roberts is a main event talent, but the fact that Tommy Kartel is often marginalised in favour of Andy Roberts is what I disagree with.
There's expert enunciation in the face of pressure there. But at this point, you're telling me there was no nerves. This is a man who trained you.
Look, can you see me? I look ice cold right now. Look, what you'll see right there. And I've just said it to Andy. Look, I've seen the knee brace. I've seen that knee wrapping. I'm saying to him, look, you're not going to be so tough when you're on one wheel. When I knock that leg out from underneath you. And right there, that's my match strategy. Okay.
A one-wheeled Andy Roberts is still one of the hardest challenges in Scottish wrestling.
Look at that. Hey, I've dropped him. I've dropped the big man already. Like Jay-Z, no dust off the shoulder.
Deceptively athletic as Roberts. Oh, remember that. Still feeling it.
That's the thing. You know, I'm anticipating another hip toss, and there he is, throwing me down on the crown jewels. Obviously, giving the referee Chris Quinn an extra wee bit of dollar to ignore that. And again, right in the high
Crown
knee.
Jewel's taking a little bit of punishment early on.
We're not in Saudi Arabia, but that crown jewel's been punished. Oh, God,
At this point, the crowd were just baying for your blood.
And this is what I mean. Andy Roberts does not respect me. Andy Roberts would not be riding Wild Boar. Andy Roberts would not be riding James Mason. Andy Roberts would not be gearing up to kick the arts of a rampage
Respect is earned,
crowd.
as we've said.
A Sam Gradwell, any other heavyweight I could name in Britain. He treats me like a joke. Andy, you know, he sees me as someone he's going to, I'm going to show him some tough love, I'm going to teach him a lesson. I'm going to kick him up the arse, I'm going to ride him around like a donkey.
Despite the easy chance, you could see it in his eyes there. He was aware after the first few exchanges he was in for a long night.
Look, and I'll be honest here, you know, I've watched my Andy Roberts tapes. I've never seen him ride anyone. I've never seen him kick anyone up the arse. I don't know what to do right now. So I'm thinking in my head, what can I do to throw Andy off his game? You know, I'm fairly confident I've got a strong upper body.
One of your fortes, a push-up contest.
I'm just making sure referee Chris Quinn understands the rules of the push-up
He's going to
contest.
call it right back down the middle, and
I'd hope so.
it's a smart decision, attempting to swing the pendulum back in your favour with one of your specialities.
Again, we've said it before, how many times have you seen Andy Roberts on all fours like this? Right, in that match against Niwa, we called the action.
Never a family-friendly show like this.
What I'm saying there is, look, you want to shout at me, you want to tell me you're this veteran and you've not bothered to shave your chest hair before this big match.
Oh,
Critique the form here, observer.
I have to say, for someone who's carrying a little bit of extra mass, that's as smooth as butter from Andy Roberts.
Don't encourage him.
Oh, depth.
Look, I'm
To be
not
fair, you just came off of 40 push-ups in the back for that pump.
exactly. I'm not interested in push-up contests with Andy Roberts. I'm interested in lording it over him and kicking his big arse.
Mixed response from the crowd of whether Andy should put
Look, I'm
it
just
down
trying to
or
say,
not.
be a sportsman, put the foot down, don't flip me over the ring. I could have landed on my head there. And this is the thing, Andy Roberts wouldn't care if Tommy Kartel came down on his head there.
The crowd seem to think you deserved it.
You want me to come in?
Again, another chicken chant. What is with this crowd and the love for poultry meat?
You don't need it to be Christmas to know when you're sitting next to a turkey.
And look, that man was filming me. I did not consent to that personal filming. I have no idea what that young man is doing with that footage.
Even's lost tapes. Just letting the crowd get into your head, you were there as well.
But, and this is what Andy Roberts does. He throws people off their game. You know, he calls himself main event Andy. Like I said, I've seen that leg.
He's on the prize though, attacking that knee.
You know, he tapes his leg to give him a little bit of extra support, but the tape, it also shows, you know, an opponent of Andy Roberts, this is a weak spot. It's like a big, pussy, yellow glow in a video game. Attack this, and you take out the final boss.
And that's meat on the table to a cerebral competitor like yourself.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm like, look, Andy, you don't respect me. Do you respect me now? Do you respect me now when I'm ruffling your hair? When I'm putting my fingers in your mouth? When I'm kicking your bad knee? When I'm giving you a big uppy C?
That's the difference. That uppercut, that half of these you learned from Andy.
Nah. Look, Andy Roberts is a technical great, a man of 1,000 holds. I did not learn this from Andy Roberts. I learned this from just being a man who's willing to do whatever it takes. Now, that's what I'm saying.
It was a tough upbringing for you in the streets of Kettlebridge.
Look, that's what I'm saying.
Look at him! I did that!
The cameraman obviously more interested in filming Andy Roberts than filming what I have to say. But look, that's what I'm saying. You want to see push-ups? You want to see depth? What I'm saying is, look, those people that you want me to use the low blow, you want me to pull Andy in towards the ropes, I'm not going to give you that. I'm just going to target that leg and wear him down. And look,
Leg, right arm, compromised for Andy Roberts.
How the tables have turned now. Andy Roberts came out with the one with the big stupid smile on his face. It's my turn to smile. It's my turn to say, look, I'm in charge here.
And you can see the concern on Roberts' face. Like, this is family, friends, a lot of people. Pride coming into play here. He does not want to be humiliated in front of that home crowd.
You want to talk about technical nouns? I've just taken Andy Roberts down there with a double leg. And again, Andy Roberts, he's not even... Andy Roberts, look, he could handle himself against most people. He's not on guard there because he doesn't expect Tommy Kartel to double leg him because he does not respect Tommy Kartel as a competitor. Look, and I'll admit, I'm showboating a wee bit here. I'm showing out.
You were feeling yourself. You were feeling yourself.
I'm saying to this crowd expected this match to be done in about 2-3 minutes. And that's not what's happening right here. Every match Andy Roberts has been in PWR PRO, it's been respected heavyweight versus respected heavyweight. Big bruiser versus big bruiser. Meat on meat. Slap my chest. I'm not going to give Andy Roberts that satisfaction. I'm the first person who's going to stand over Andy Roberts, kick him in the head and say, I don't respect you, Andy. I don't care about your accomplishments.
Stars there.
I can admit, Andy's got a lot of tricks underneath. That's a chant for a chop. Who called that chop chant? Do you know what? Watching that back, I can relive it. It's like, you know, you're bringing up that trauma for me again.
Felt like just stinging there, did you?
Do you know what stings me more is the chance of the one more time from that crowd, and knowing that you're encouraging them to do it again.
Driving through the stardom now.
We have to watch this.
Looking back, how were you feeling just right there? What, lonely? Scared?
No comment.
A long way from home is Tommy Kartel.
I'm not being funny, but if you've done it once, twice, how stupid do you think I am?
Cheeky rake to the eyes there as well, I saw that.
Well, I'll say one thing about Andy Roberts. He does throw a better chop than Tommy Kartel. That's what I'm saying. I was like, you like chops? You want to see one more? Oh.
Just compare the sound differentials there.
Look, it comes a time when I'm thinking, look, I need to stop giving this guy my chest. I need to just get down on all fours, and that's what I'm trying to do there.
Andy Roberts' forearms the size of most people's biceps.
Look, I challenge anybody who thinks, ooh, pro wrestling's not MMA, pro wrestling's not jiu-jitsu. You go in there and you take a chop from Andy Roberts and tell me you're not going to cry like a little baby girl. That stings, that hurts, my chest hurts to this very day, and we're in October calling this action.
Straight from the horse's mouth. Seems like you're reliving a bit of trauma looking back at this.
Look, you know, this is a big match for me. Andy Roberts is an accomplished competitor. Like, I'm not disrespecting Andy Roberts' achievements. Andy Roberts' creative direction for PWR PRO, perhaps another thing. You know, he doesn't maybe see Tommy Kartel as a top guy. But look, I respect Andy as a competitor, maybe not as a person. But he is a tough man. This is a big match, and I'm trying to prove I'm on his level.
I think for a man who probably transferred him his training fees for years as well, there was just a big brother element to this match.
Look, that's an element of it. Like, I respect Andy Roberts as a wrestler, as a coach, as an entrepreneur. This is his brand. I understand that. But I'm trying to say, look, Andy, you need to show me respect. I'm not a little boy. I'm not some happy to be here, wet behind the ears young boy. I'm a man in my own right. I am a pro wrestler. Treat me the same way you treat these other accomplished heavyweights.
Andy Roberts doesn't discriminate.
Now, look, I've seen that from Andy Roberts before. I know Andy Roberts' moveset.
Oh!
Yeah, I can throw him down.
Extra horsepower there.
You know, I've talked about this before, about horse cocking boards, beams, posts. See that ring? That very ring? I've put up that very ring many times before. You don't think I can pick up Andy Roberts and put him down?
Shades of the nature boy from TK. Roberts not having any of it though. And that knee just buckling. Smart investment from earlier in the match.
Now, we've said, I've seen the Andy Roberts tapes. I don't want to just put in Andy Roberts with a schoolboy, with a quick small package. I want to embarrass Andy Roberts, and this is what I'm thinking right here.
His son and family sit in front row.
Exactly. I've seen his young son. I know his wife is watching this. And this is what I'm saying. I've spotted on the crowd right here. To his credit, Andy Roberts, he knows that move better than anyone. He's picked me up. I do not want to be up there.
Oh!
I'll be honest, I've never been up on somebody's shoulders and been slammed like that before. That startles you.
Smelling blood. Initial thoughts, TK.
And that's the footage of the very first time Andy Roberts and Tommy Kartel went one-on-one. And you know what, Andy Roberts, he came up tops. There was a point in that match where I thought, you know what, I've got him, I've taken out the knee. I've studied Andy Roberts, I want to embarrass Andy Roberts. I'm going to go up top, I'm going to beat him with his very own move. He knows that move better than anyone. He's picked me up, he's scooped me, he's given me that electric chair drop. He's pinned me. When Andy Roberts hits you with that second rope Vader bomb, you don't get up. Look at the size of Andy Roberts. Ribs were crushed.
It's a full 300 pounds coming crashing down there.
He's grabbed the stick as well. He's going to say some words to the PWR PRO audience.
Sportsmanship for his student.
I'll tell you something, Tommy. You're right. I am front and centre on the posters. You're right. I am the head coach. You're right. I am the key spots on every show because that is because I am the man. And as the man, and the owner, and the booker,
I don't respect you, Booker man.
it takes me great pleasure to say, on our next show in truth, you will sit up there in that booth and you will apologise individually to every single fan that's ever come to
Oh
our
God, I
show.
can't wait for that.
What's happened? It's happened. I've had to do it.
One by one.